Hi and welcome back. Today I'm here with the Sonicware Liven Ambient Ø. I received this as a Christmas present from my dear friend and supporter Sunny from England, and there has been a lot of discussion and interest around this machine in the ambient music community in the last months. So now that I have the opportunity, I want to also share my thoughts and my feelings about it. Especially, I want to be helpful for you and for my community, answering a simple question or a couple of questions. Does this machine live up to the hype? And who is it for? Is it suitable for beginners, intermediate musicians, or even experts? So let's dive into it. First things first, what is the Ambient Ø? Well, it's not properly a synthesizer, I mean, it's not just a synthesizer. This can be considered a complete ambient groove box. What does it mean? It means that with this unit you are able to compose a full track, a full song. It has all the parameters and all the options that allow you to perform a full track just in this machine. It has 4 layers of sounds called drone, pad, atmos and noise, and it has its own effects such as delay and reverb, and a lot of parameters that you can set to sculpt your sound in the way you really want, very precisely. Who is it for? Is this for beginners? Well, it's easy to start fiddling with it and get some results. It's easy to make drones using the hold button and just get some interesting sounds out of it using the presets and tweaking them. So I'd say it's quite usable for a beginner, even though it has a lot of parameters, and basically every button has 2 functions, so sometimes you get a bit lost switching between one function and the other. So there is no one button, one function, one knob, one parameter. It's not a big obstacle, of course, but for those who are used to synthesizers that have no menu diving, but they have hands-on control, this is something in the middle. Well, if you are a beginner, I think it's a bit hard as a first synthesizer to start with, because it's a bit complex and offers so many possibilities that there is the risk to get lost with it. Is it for experts? Well, for expert users, it has a lot of possibilities. You can really choose, fine-tune your sounds up to your taste and desires. You also have a very powerful sequencer available. If you are an expert, you can probably take full advantage of the possibilities of this machine, but on the other hand, you could find it a bit limited, in the sense that it's all just here. Not limited like in the sense of possibilities that you have, but limited in the stimulation, in the inspiration that it gives you, because having all these, all your sounds, all your parameters in just one little box can feel a bit claustrophobic, can feel a bit limiting to your possibilities to create different sounds and complex songs and arrangement. It can definitely be used together with other synthesizers and machines and effects. It has a MIDI in and out, so it's possible to integrate it with a much complex setup and enjoy the character of this machine. So the other question that I'm trying to answer is, does it live up to the hype? Well, of course, I will give you just my humble opinion. I think this is a great drone machine. If you're looking for something to make drones, this is very easy and simple, and you don't need to dive into the complex sequencer features to start producing some interesting drones. On the other hand, if you start really diving deep into the possibilities of the machine, you can easily get carried away and lose your inspiration or your ideas along the way. And also, it's very easy to overdo and layer way too many sounds. Sometimes ambient music, it's all about simplicity, it's all about keeping it interesting, but also in a way minimal, allowing the listener not to be overwhelmed. When you have so many layers and you can create chords and you have all this polyphony, it can easily lead to overdo it. Also, with long tails and big effects, it can be all blurry in the end. In terms of sound design, well, as I already said, there are many possibilities. For every layer, you can basically decide the oscillator, tune the harmonics, the tuning, LFO, panning, really a lot of possibilities. You can filter, you can modulate like in 2 or 3 layers even. Really a lot of possibilities in terms of sound design. Also the effects section, it's quite interesting. You have, of course, big lush reverb, and you can add it for every single sound, or you can control the main reverb. You also have a delay. It's also interesting to use this machine as an effect unit, since you can use the line-in input and apply the effects to the incoming signal, so it's very versatile. What about the sequencer? Well, the sequencer is great. It basically allows you to do whatever you want. You can decide how many steps you want in every pattern. You can decide how the time division goes. I will not go into detail now. I just want to quickly give an overview of the features and the strong and weak sides of this machine. So, what about the build quality? Well, this is maybe one weak side. I think the feeling of this unit is a bit toyish, in my opinion. The plastic doesn't feel so great. The buttons are a bit clicky. Well, the overall feeling also with the knobs and the buttons, it gives you that bit toyish sensation. If you don't mind, it's not really a problem per se, but it's not very inspiring, I might say, when you put your hands on this. One of the most important qualities of a synthesizer is the sound quality, of course. So what about the Ambient Zero? Well, in my opinion, the sound quality is good, but it lacks the character. It sounds very digital. If you are used to analog synthesizers, you will find this very cold, very polished. It's digital, and it doesn't do anything to hide the fact that it's digital. I think that maybe with some post-processing you can make it sound better, but I have to say I'm not very enthusiastic about the sound that comes out of this machine, even though you can create very interesting sounds. Okay, final verdict. What are the pros about the Ambient Zero? Well, of course, it's affordable, it's compact, it's portable. It even has a speaker. It runs on batteries. It has a great sequencer. It can be used as an external effect unit with the line-in, and it has a lot of possibilities in terms of sound design. What are the cons? Well, In my opinion, the sound lacks character. There is no USB, only MIDI connectivity. The plastic feels a bit toyish, and the fact that you have to do a bit of menu diving can sometimes be annoying. Also, since it is a box that it's all in one, it can lead to overdoing or getting lost between the function, losing the inspiration along the way. Given that, I think this is a great machine. If you have the patience to know it and learn how to take the maximum out of it,